10,000 ton combination of steamer and that was an experience because we came over it during a hurricane.
Oh, wow.
The folks would be holding on to the table and the chairs that go from one side to the other and then back again. It's not that bad here now.
Yeah, well, it should be okay. The storms are coming from the west. Up here in California, we got rain again, and it's going to be raining all during the week. Which we dearly need. Any of you guys back east who got extra water, send it our way.
Oh, Jim, I thought you had plenty of water.
Well, I do. It's just that the country doesn't.
Oh. Are you affected by any of the storms?
Oh, no, it just got really wet. I haven't watered my lawn in 3 months. The poor thing looks at me and says, feed me, feed me. No, boy. No, I lost a roof during one of the hurricane rains about 10 years ago. Fortunately, I was in Vegas at the time, so I called my neighbor and he said, stay in Vegas. You got power, we don't. But I got a new roof out of it, so that worked. You know, the motto in California is it doesn't rain, it pours.
Yeah. So you're in the Los Angeles area?
Yeah, we're just east of Pasadena. In fact, our city borders on Pasadena, Arcadia. Used to live in Pasadena and walk up to Colorado when we saw the Rose Parade getting near on the phone, on the television. Then we walk up to Colorado and just watch it and then go back home.
Wow.
That's the best way.
Yeah.
I see Ron had stepped away. Did we lose? Oh, he's back. Okay.
By the way, Hewie, that was a good program yesterday. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. It's the recording's already posted on YouTube on the CFCS channel. And I think I posted a link in the Tech for Senior Facebook page.
Yeah. Oh, can I make a suggestion to you guys when you're posting something and you're showing us your video? A lot of times you'll say, well, yeah, the link's on the video. Well, we can't access the link. Maybe if you could pop it in the chat at the same time you're showing your video, so that way we can we can get the link really easily.
Good point. That's a great idea.
Well, we're having
Ron's
fun. Let's see.
I don't know if Ron.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I don't know if Ron's having an issue or not, but I see some names that I haven't seen before. To let you know that this is a social time before we start Tech for Senior on the hour. So you're welcome to chime in and tell us where you're from and a little bit about how you found us, or just some information about you if you're brand new to us. We welcome you and thank you for joining.
Say,
Go ahead,
Bill, are you there, Bill James?
Yes.
Well, you're going to do something on home automation, right? Next week?
Yes, the next 3 weeks will be home automation for seniors, and we're talking about aging in place.
Okay, so, sounds good.
Yeah, well, hopefully, I welcome feedback. So,
excellent.
Yeah,
Thank you, Steve. Go ahead, Steve Parker.
Go ahead,
Jim. If you want to capture the link that's in the video, you can use Windows Power Tools to do it. If you use the Windows Shift T, it will enable you to window where the text is, and it'll actually take the image and OCR it into text into your clipboard.
Oh, cool.
Hmm,
You
that's
have to
cool.
download the what you
The
call it,
power
tool.
tools, yeah.
Yeah, Windows power toys, yeah, tools or
Okay.
toys.
Yeah, I did a video and I think I talked about it on here.
Yeah, you
But
did,
I
yeah.
also, yeah. And on power toys. And I use that a lot.
That might be a
So
good
Yeah,
one.
you have to check it though, because some of the times it doesn't quite get things right.
Yeah.
A CL may end up as a D and things like that.
Huey, that might be a good video to do because that's a good application for it.
I think I did.
On copying from the image and doing the OCR. Did you?
Yeah,
Specifically showing that's what Steve is talking about. That'd be a good one to do.
Yeah, let me check and see what I covered. I'll have to go back and look.
Have
Yeah,
to go
you
back
did-
and look. All right.
You did mention it yesterday, but it was in passing as one of the
Yeah.
articles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I've never played with it. I'm having enough trouble with my brand new laptop again. So they don't call me the glitch finder for nothing. By the way,
Did you
I
get
did
your
use.
Did you get your USB devices to work? Or the Bluetooth rather?
Yeah, it's not as straightforward as the Chromebook is for pairing the Bluetooth stuff. And I found the real problem was that I didn't turn the Bluetooth off on my phone. And my headphones were connected to the phone,
Right. Yeah.
so I had to sign out of the phone and then go into the computer. And I got a pair of those inexpensive bone conduction headsets like Huey was talking about. I love them. I
Yeah.
just wish that they made hearing aids the same way. Because I don't even know half the time I've got the darn things on.
You can get a pair of bone conduction headsets that can pair. The pair that I have is able to pair with two devices simultaneously. So it's paired with my phone and my laptop at the same time. So if the phone rings, I can answer the phone call at the same time that I'm talking on a Zoom call.
Oh, really? Is that a application or
That's a
a
specific.
dark toggle?
That's a feature of the model in the brand that I have. I have a brand called Shocks, and they make headphones that will support one Bluetooth connection and headphones that will support dual connections.
Okay. What? How do you spell that?
SHOKZ.
Okay, I'll take a look at that. I've got so many headphones around here, it's ridiculous. But I got one of those Avantry devices, headphone and transmitter for the TV. And that works great. The only problem is they forget that us old guys can't see or feel the minuscule controls that they give you. I mean, they're so small, I can't even feel them. You know, I'm
ahead,
all
Steve.
for. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've
I'm
got a
off.
question for Ray. Do you put cover album pictures into your MP3s? And if so, what do you use to do it with?
They often they will come automatically, and that's I accept them. But I'm more interested in the music and not so much the photographs.
Yeah, because I've been trying. I tried off doing the auto tag stuff, and it just didn't work worth a darn. It came up with a list of like 5,000 entries for each song and said pick one, and yeah.
I've started to use the new media player in Windows 11 to play some of my music, and I'll have a vocal group come up and they'll show a picture of Willie Nelson. So there's still some work to be done.
Yeah. And doing it manually, I've been doing it for almost a week now, and so far I just passed Alan Parsons. Yeah.
Mhm.
Got a ways to go. I may not live long enough to finish it.
That's true. So true, Steve. Okay, Ed in the chat has said MP3 tag can drag and drop pictures. So you may want to look at the chat box.
Yeah, that's what I've been using. That one and Music Brains and half a dozen others.
Yeah.
So the show started about 10 minutes. We're, if you're new here, we're just sitting around having a chat, enjoying each other's company and brainstorming some problems or topics. And of course, we have Jim and Chris Gould, who just joined us from that famous show, What Does the Button Do? Hello there.
It's what does this button do?
Well, close enough.
Or it's
my
what
favorite
does,
my
what
favorite
does this
Sunday
button
show.
do?
There,
My favorite Sunday show.
there you go.
I'm sorry I missed your show yesterday.
What were you doing?
Yeah, really.
My show.
I know.
I'm sorry I missed your show. I
Well,
forget.
the
what-
recording's already posted, so.
And I keep
So is ours.
so yours is the second Sunday of the month?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, we will try.
We're not good at that.
I was thinking it was the third, but okay.
It's really confusing having one show on each screen. That's not the problem. It's the audio that gets really confusing when everyone's talking. So, you know, so it's hard, but I have dual loyalties here. I've got to
She
watch
does not
both
sound
shows.
at all like Hewie, though.
Yeah, but Ron, that's because that's why you have two ears.
Yeah, well, that's it really confusing.
One earbud on each system.
Oh, that's just, oh man, that's weird. Mhm.
Jim and Chris, I'm doing your favorite thing. Now I'm on the ocean.
Oh, look at you.
Are you cruising?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Where are you?
Ah,
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
rocky and rolling because man, it is choppy out there.
Where are you?
We left from California yesterday at 4, Long Beach, on our way to Hawaii.
All right. I wanted to do that cruise. We're gonna go to Hawaii next January.
Yeah. So what cruise
Okay.
ship?
What cruise ship?
What line?
I'm on the Carnival Miracle.
Carnival. Okay.
Yeah, this is probably
ship.
the
Here's the
Miracle.
ship.
Using their
Miracle.
Wi-Fi? Are you
Mhm.
using their Wi-Fi?
Yes, I am.
Cool.
So far, it's
Jim,
been
that's the
enjoyable.
Jim. If you look behind me, that's the ship.
Oh, okay. But you're not on it.
No, I am.
Go ahead.
Okay. Who's talking?
I
Go
think
ahead.
I just
Carl has his hand up.
Carl has his.
Unmute yourself, Carl.
Hey, Bob, what island are you going to in Hawaii? Or is it around?
I think I
hold
did.
on.
I just wanted to know, is Hewie around this morning? Oh, there he is, right underneath.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, I wanted to ask you some questions, but I don't want to take up the time at this moment. On your Ultra phone, I told you during the Stug meeting that I had purchased one, but I'm having some buyer's remorse and I'd like to contact you about it. Did you get yours through a carrier? Who are you with, first of all?
I'm with T-Mobile.
Team, okay.
I
Well,
got mine through Verizon.
okay. Well, I'm with T-Mobile now for 20 some years and I went to Costco and they're promoting AT&T. Did you get it? Just a couple questions, because I know not everybody's interested in this. Did you get a power supply with yours? Because to my surprise, I was surprised that was extra.
They don't include them anymore.
Right. That's correct.
Yeah, I'm getting 2 phones, so that's $100 more, which was not what I was anticipating.
You could use your old charger.
You can use your old
charger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a fast charging phone. It uses a 45-watt charger, which is a lot faster than my even my old one's 30 watts, which I thought was fast, but this is 45.
Yeah, I picked up some on Amazon, and I gave you my email address in the chat, and
Okay.
I'll look up the ones I bought. They weren't expensive. I think there were several in the package. So
Yeah.
and then I got but you also have to get the fast cable.
Well, it comes with a cable, so I assume it's
Okay.
a fast cable. But as I said, I don't want to belabor the point. You gave me your contact. I'll go that way. But changing from there's advantage, I guess, to being with a carrier a long time, and that's where I'm balancing it. And I don't like the 3-year contract. I'll be 84 in a couple months. I don't know if I'll be around to pay that contract off.
Let them worry about it.
Yeah.
I also,
Carl,
Carl, I also have a Chromebook, and it uses to power the Chromebook. It uses the USB-C, and you can plug the phone into that, and it will fast charge as well.
well, now you want me to buy a Chromebook too, Hewie.
Oh, I thought you were one that had one. Sorry about that. But if you
No.
have a computer that has a USB-C as a charger, you can use that. So USB-C is USB-C, and if it's a powerful charger, it doesn't matter what it came with.
Carl, my presentation today is going to be on power banks. That can be your answer.
Okay, well, great. And also I want to give a plug for Hewie's presentation Wednesday with APUG on smart TVs.
Yeah, it's the same one I did here. If you missed it here, it was in 2 parts on here. It will be 1 part on Wednesday. You have to be a member of APCUG, a member group, I'm sorry, of APCUG to be eligible to go to it. But the video will be posted. Yeah.
Is Stug part of APCUG?
Yes, Stug and CFCS.
And Carl, I've been purchasing unlocked phones for years. That might be a way to go, except that you're stuck with the full price of the phone. But Samsung sometimes takes discounts and trade-ins, all kinds of deals. But I'm not under contract. I just buy an unlocked phone.
But what is that what it means? Like in Amazon, they say the phones are unlocked. Does that mean you don't have a contract?
It's
Correct, you own the phone. Yeah.
You own the phone, and it's carrier insignificant. I mean, agnostic, I should say.
Go to whatever
It's not
carrier you
tied
want.
to any particular carrier.
Yeah, but
Right.
you have to have
Sometimes a bargain isn't a bargain. I prefer an unlocked phone, and I pick my carrier.
Right.
Okay, well, those are the
I
things
would-
I'll discuss with Huey or whoever else. I'll give Huey my phone number and so forth. Thank you all.
One last comment, Carl, is today's 5G technology is really important that you sort of define the area that you're in and what company you're going to be with. Because all of the radio frequencies of these phones is different, and you want to really tailor it to the service you want. In other words, if you're going to choose an area that's an AT&T, I think today in 2023, it's really important to make sure that you have the best phone that will work for whatever service you're going to be hiring. So it's not quite like it used to be, where you just could buy an unlocked phone for anybody, right? It's a little more difficult now. So just
Ron, we're having problems.
Yep.
It's not breaking up, but it's muddy.
Audio is garbled.
Yeah.
Well, Ron, yeah, I agree with you, Huey. He is a little garbled. But what I wanted to say is February 1 in 3 weeks, they're coming out with the next S23 model. And
Yes.
now that's another issue for me, Huey. So that's all I wanted to say. If you're gonna
Okay,
get something
sure.
for 3 years, you might as well buy the current model.
Yeah.
But it's also a good idea to wait on the current model, make sure it works the way it's supposed to.
And if you wait long enough, next model comes out and you're again behind the 8 ball. There's no such thing, you know, you have to decide what are you gonna do and buy it, and that's it. Because
And don't
if you're
look
gonna
back.
wait, you're gonna wait forever and have no technology at all.
Well,
Well-
my current phone's only a year old, so it's not that I'm way behind. So thank you, guys.
Well, every year there's a new phone coming out. I have a Pixel 5, I have a Pixel 6, and Jim has a Pixel 7, and next year there'll be a Pixel 8, you know?
Well,
And we'll all
that's
be
why,
pixelators.
Yeah.
that's why I get the big bucks being retired to make those big decisions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If anybody
We're
is
getting-
looking to, oh, go ahead.
We're getting close to time, Ron.
Yep.
Sorry, Drew.
Yep, it's all right.
2 minutes, we're doing the short questions or whatever, we've got 2 minutes before.
Yeah, go ahead, Drew.
If you're looking for a new carrier and you like to have always the current phone, there's a company called Visible that lets you they unlock your phone after 60 days, and after 12 months you can trade your phone in for the new model phone, and they buy out your existing loan on your phone. So it's it's a Verizon carrier, and every single year I upgrade to the newest model phone and give them my old phone back, and they pay off the remaining balance on the phone of my previous phone.
Would you put
Thanks,
that
Drew.
down in the chat?
Sure.
Thanks, Drew. All right, we have to get started, so I'm going to mute everybody
Hey, Ron,
and then we'll get going. Today is Tech Senior. It is January the 9th, 2023.
Ron, you're breaking up really bad.
Yes.
Am I really?
His video and sound and audio are not syncing.
Let me see what I can do here. How's that better, Hugh?
No.
You might need to reconnect.
Yeah.
I don't want to sort of do that right. Can you, is it really bad? I can hear myself. Can you guys not hear me or what?
It's impossible.
You are garbled. Your audio is garbled.
Actually, I can hear him quite well. I don't know why the difference.
Wondering if it's me or if it's just the internet. Is it just like on all our guys at the top there? Is it all you can't hear me? Like is Ray? Can you hear me?
It's breaking for me. It's breaking very slightly, but completely intelligible, and no real problem.
We can hear you, Ron, but as the others have said, you're slightly out of sync with your voice and the image your picture that's coming through, and your volume is lower than it typically is.
it's also very garbled on my end.
Are you on the right microphone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're sounding like an MP3 with a very low bit rate. It's dropping packets like crazy.
But here it sounds fine. I don't know why.
You're close to him.
Maybe because I'm closer to him.
Is that any better?
Maybe I'm hearing
that
him
was better.
live.
Is
Maybe
Let
it
Ron
his
talk.
voice is carrying down the island.
Murray, let Ron.
All right,
talk.
everybody
Go ahead, Ron.
quiet and let Ron talk,
Let's,
please.
let's,
Is
let's
this okay?
let Ron get back on the show, please.
Is this okay now?
Yes.
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 Much better.
Much better? All right. Okay. All right. Let's start again.
Recommending everyone-
We'll start again. We'll start. I'm Ron Brown. This is Tech for Senior. It is January the 9th, 2023. I'll be your host today. We're going to be with you for about an hour. And today we have a great action-packed show for you. We're going to start out. Oh, by the way, if you are listening, thank you so much for listening. We do appreciate your enthusiasm. If you're listening to this on a YouTube short, just click the link and it'll take you right to the show. The meeting today in the meeting, we're going to talk about certainly where Bob is going to do a security news update. Now, Bob, of course, is got his aloha flowers on, and Bob is in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So through the magic of video, we're going to have him present his security news update. I will, Ray's going to talk on power banks, and Bill James is going to do home automation. I'm going to talk about AI and is there humor in AI? And Bob is also going to talk, I'm going to show Bob's travel blog that he created with AI before he left on his cruise. So he gave us the analysis of his cruise before he even left, and he did it all with AI. Ray's, of course, got his music outro, and we're going to have a great time, and the meeting will go for about an hour, followed by our premiere service, premiere video. And today we have a special event for you. This is, of course, going to be this time last year, Hewie and I had the big duke out with backup, and is should you back up your hard drive? And Bob was the adjudicator. We bloodied each other's noses. We had the great debate. And we did it, of course, to have a lot of fun, but also as an educational feature so that you can learn something. And so we'll be playing that as part of our premiere event. For those of you, of course, who had our newsletter, you will have known that because in our Saturday newsletter, we have we put the agenda for today's meeting in there. Now, also, in the Saturday newsletter, we have I put one of my favorite channels of the week, YouTube channels, and this week it was brought to my attention by Bob, and he gave us this good lead. And this is SELE Training, and I think if I put my head down here, SELE Training, I've put the link in the Saturday newsletter to this. This is a YouTube channel, and this is an IT professional who makes excellent videos. It was a good find by Bob. He made excellent videos on software, training software, mostly Microsoft products. These are really very good. He has about 300,000 followers, so he's got a big group of people that follow him and does a good job with it. These would be absolutely great for your computer club, or if you want to do any presentations. These are all royalty free, and you can use them. He's a great guy, and these are really good videos. So, like Kevin Stravert, we talked about the week before, this would be a good one if you're looking for something. This is a great option for you. As we move ahead, we're going to be, of course, this Thursday, we're going to be talking we have our Tech for Senior Live. This is our Tech for Senior Live, of course, is our show we do about the news of the week. And we're going to, Mike and Hewie are going to talk about CES. But my feeling is CES has gone to the toilet. And I'm going to talk all about that on Thursday. So if you're interested in seeing the toilet, well, there you go. We'll talk about that on Thursday. Now, I'm going to skip the intro to each individual person because, of course, we're running out a little bit of time. But I do have a video I want to play for you, and I'm just going to play that now. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. You know, we're starting our 4th year. Wow. It seems like just yesterday, Hewie and I decided to start Tech for Senior for 3 or 4 months. Where have the 4 years gone? With many of the hardworking people that work at Tech for Senior, all on a voluntary basis, we have produced over the past few years 800 videos on our YouTube channel. We also produce 104 live shows a year with a twice weekly newsletter. All this is free without advertising or any sort of charges. We have 16 to 22,000 people a month view our online data, which includes our website and YouTube channel. All this for a budget of only $1,500 a year. These are all just licensing fees because no one gets paid for this. It's all volunteer work. So how do we pay the bills? Well, we have a very generous group of people who have contributed the past 3 years in our coffee fund. This is probably the easiest way for us to raise the $1,500. And with your generosity, it happens usually within 3 weeks. Then we don't have to talk about this anymore. Appreciate this year that if everyone can just and make a donation, then we don't have to discuss for about 3 weeks. You can make the payment using our coffee website. This is a secure transaction that occurs through PayPal. You can do this as a bank transfer or a credit card payment. You'll find the link to this in all our videos, website, and newsletter. So it's well advertised and you won't have trouble finding the link, and it's very easy to make a payment. Thank you again for your donation, and we will work hard this year providing you with great content and excellent videos. We look forward for a great 4th season at Tech for Senior. So so if we can get that organized, and hopefully within 3 weeks we can get this our fundraising finished, and then we don't have to worry about it for another year. I'm going to move ahead. Bob, I'm going to play yours for you. Is that okay? All right, I'm going to play Bob's security news update. I'll play that for you, and we'll get going.
Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending January 6th, 2023. Lockbit ransomware gang apologizes for sick kids hospital attack and offers free decryptor. Lockbit, one of the world's most notorious ransomware gangs, has issued a rare apology after claiming that one of its partners was responsible for a cyber attack on Canada's largest pediatric hospital. On December 18th, the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto fell victim to a ransomware attack that left the institution unable to access many of its critical systems. The incident led to an increase in patient wait times as the December 29th Sick Kids said it had regained access to almost 50% of its priority systems, including those that had caused diagnostic and treatment delays. Read more at Engadget. WordPress security alert. New Linux malware exploiting over 24 CMS flaws. WordPress sites are being targeted by a previously unknown strain of Linux malware that exploits flaws in over 24 plugins and themes to compromise vulnerable systems. If sites use outdated versions of such add-ons lacking crucial fixes, the targeted web pages are injected with malicious JavaScripts. Russian security vendor Dr. Web said in a report published last week. As a result, when users click on an area of an attacked page, they are redirected to another site. Read more at the Hacker News. Google to pay $29.5 million to settle lawsuits over user location tracking. Google has agreed to pay a total of $29.5 million to settle two different lawsuits brought by Indiana and Washington, D.C. over its deceptive location tracking practices. The search and advertising giant is required to pay $9.5 million to D.C. and $20 million to Indiana after the states sued the company for charges that the company tracked users' locations without their express consent. The settlement adds to the $391.5 million Google agreed to pay to 40 states over similar allegations last month. The company is still facing two more location tracking lawsuits in Texas and Washington. My question is, when will those of us actually affected see any of this money? Read more at the Hacker News. Qualcomm chipsets and Lenovo BIOS get security updates to fix multiple flaws. Qualcomm on Tuesday released patches to address multiple security flaws in its chipsets, some of which could be exploited to cause information disclosure and memory corruption. The 5 vulnerabilities, tracked as CVE 2022-40516 through CVE 2022-40520, also impact Lenovo ThinkPad X13S laptops, prompting the Chinese PC maker to issue BIOS updates to plug the security holes. Successful exploitation of the flaw could allow a local adversary with elevated privileges to cause memory corruption or leak sensitive information. Lenovo noted in an alert published Tuesday. Read more at the Hacker News. And if you haven't yet updated, do so ASAP. Hackers using stolen bank information to trick victims into downloading BitRat malware. A new malware campaign has been observed using sensitive information stolen from a bank as a lure in phishing emails to drop a remote access Trojan called BitRat. The unknown adversary is believed to have hijacked the IT infrastructure of a Colombian cooperative bank, using the information to craft convincing decoy messages to lure victims into opening suspicious Excel attachments. The discovery comes from cybersecurity firm Qualys, which found evidence of a data dump compromising 418,777 records that's said to have been obtained by exploiting SQL injection faults. Read the whole story at the Hacker News. Circle CI warns customers to rotate any and all secrets after hack. Circle CI, a company whose development products are popular with software engineers, has urged users to rotate their secrets following a breach of a company's systems. The San Francisco headquartered DevOps company said in an advisory published late Wednesday it is currently investigating the security incident. Circle CI, which claims its technology is used by more than 1 million software engineers, is advising users to rotate any and all secrets stored in Circle CI, including those stored in project environment variables or in contexts. Secrets are passwords or private keys that are used to connect and authenticate servers together. Read more at TechCrunch Plus. How hackers might be exploiting ChatGPT. The viral AI chatbot, ChatGPT, might advise threat actors how to hack into networks with ease. Cyber News research team discovered that the AI-based chatbot, ChatGPT, a recently launched platform that caught the online community's attention, could provide hackers with step-by-step instructions on how to hack websites. Cyber News researchers warn that AI chatbot, while fun to experiment with, might also be dangerous since it's able to give detailed advice on exploiting any vulnerability. Read the full story at Cyber News or watch their video at the link listed. This week's must-read on the Avast blog. The Aura Ring is the privacy-protecting fitness tracker you need this year. Read the article at the link listed. Did you know Dr. Pepper? The naming story is a bit mysterious, but according to the corporate's website, the soda was named by Morrison's Old Corner drugstore owner, Wade Morrison. He decided to call the drink Dr. Pepper after Dr. Charles Pepper, a Virginia doctor who was the father of a girl Morrison loved, and that story may actually just be speculation on the corporation's part. Just thought you might want to know. And that wraps up this week's Avast Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you, Bob. That's great. If you've just joined and you haven't sort of looked at Bob, of course, is wearing a Hawaiian lei, and he's on a cruise ship. And through the miracles of technology, where he's able to be with us today. Wave, Bob. Can you wave for us? Bob actually has really good
location. I've had to move my location. The battery was running out, so I'm back further in the room and can't show you the ocean anymore. But at least I'm plugged back in.
Speaking of batteries, we've got, I guess Ray's going to talk on power banks. So it's a good topic. We'll just move into Ray now. Ray, are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Take it away. Bob needs some help with his laptop in power.
Okay, what do you need to know about power banks? This is power for your devices without having to plug into an electrical outlet. Hey, remember the good old days? Wasn't that long ago when the battery in your laptop started losing the capacity to hold a charge. We could just pop open the back cover and replace that battery with a brand new one. But as laptops became thinner, the ability for the owner to replace the battery started to disappear. Now, you can always charge your laptop with the charger that came with your device, but they are typically heavy to carry around, and you need to be within a few feet of a wall receptacle. So what is a power bank? It's a portable battery that you charge as you would your cell phone or laptop, typically by plugging it into an electrical source, such as a wall outlet. Now, power banks come in a variety of physical sizes, as well as features and capacities, depending on what you intend to use it for. A smaller powered bank may adequately charge a cell phone, but would not have enough capacity to charge a laptop or even a tablet. So let's look at the different sizes that power banks come in, and this all depends on your needs. Here's one I used actually last Monday when I had a power failure in the house during Tech for Seniors. I wasn't able to sign on, but we were able to plug into this some electrical things that we needed to use. Power banks like this can be heavy, but they come with connections for an AC converter, for USB to charge devices. This one has jumper cables to start a car, and even an air compressor for inflation purposes. But here's the power banks that are becoming much more available. This is the one that is slightly larger and heavier than a cell phone, but it has the latest USB-C connectivity, allowing you to charge your laptop without the need to carry around the charger and be close to an electric outlet. So in a case like this, the power bank needs to have a USB-C connector, and the laptop needs to have a USB-C connector. And then you have power banks that are even smaller. They can be relatively small and light. You can easily carry these around in your pocket or purse, but they have enough stored power to charge your cell phone multiple times. Now, here's a term you're going to hear. It's called milliamp hours. The term small m, capital A, small h, stands for milliamps per hour and is a unit that indicates the amount of energy the power bank can hold. They can range from only 3,000 to well over 20,000 milliamp hours. So if your cell phone has a battery that has a capacity of, say, 5,000 milliamp hours, then theoretically, a 20,000 milliamp hour fully charged power bank can recharge the phone up to 4 times. Although in practice, the number of times will be slightly less. So a good rule to follow, good rule of thumb, is to get a power bank with a minimum of at least 25% more capacity than the device you intend to charge. All right, now we're going to choose the best power bank. That's what really depends on your needs. So power banks with 10,000 milliamp hours can typically charge a smartphone about 2 times. The higher the milliamp, the more times the phone can be charged. So you want to look for a power bank that supports fast charge as well. Now, power banks for laptops require, as I said before, the USB-C connection, a capacity of at least 20,000 milliamp hours, and a high power delivery ability measured in wattage. Typically, smaller laptops require 45 watts of power, average size laptops 60 watts, and large laptops may need as much as 100 watts of power. Power banks can also charge small devices such as earbuds, e-readers, and even smartwatches. Now you're going to see the term USB-C PD, and the PD, it's not police department, stands for power delivery. So USB-C PD is a feature that allows devices with larger batteries, like laptops, to charge while at the same time prevents smaller devices, like cell phones, from overcharging by determining how much power the device needs, and then it regulates that amount. PD allows for two-way charging for the power bank to either receive power or give out power. And PD allows fast charging, so a device can be fully charged in about a third of the time it would normally take with the plug-in that came with the device. So I was in the market to buy a new power bank, and here's the considerations. I wanted one that had at least 60 watts of power, because that would be more than enough to charge my Surface laptop. I wanted one with at least 20,000 milliamp hours. That's more than 3 times the size of the Surface laptop battery. It had to have fast charging, USB-C PD, and we're already up to version 3.0. And this will include the built-in smart identifying chip system to ensure charging safely for all my devices. I did not want to pay more than $50. These things, these devices can be kind of expensive. So I purchased on Amazon the Hen Hot Power Bank. It's 65 watts, 20,000 milliamp hours. It has the fast charging USB-C PD, and I got it for $46.99. Now, this will primarily be used to power my laptop when away from home at locations where electric wall outlets are not readily available. Now, power banks made to power cell phones and other smaller devices, they're readily available to purchase with prices starting under $25. Yes, purchasing a power bank, I think, is a very good investment. Okay, I'm going to end it here and stop sharing.
Thanks so much, Ray. Well, that's good news. And hopefully, yes, extra power banks are really helpful. I see they're always on sale on Amazon, so there's often good deals. Did you purchase yours on Amazon?
Yes.
Yeah.
I put almost everything I get on Amazon, because where I live, I'll get it in a couple of days. Otherwise, it's a long drive.
Exactly. All right. So let's move on to, of course, Bill James and home automation. We're going to, this is really important for seniors, I think. This is, where's Bill? Bill, are you there?
I'm here.
There you go. Take it away. You got the helm, as we say in the shipping business, right?
Right. Good morning, everyone. What I'm going to talk about on the next 3 weeks is home automation for seniors aging in place. And the first part of this is what I found is 5 benefits of aging in place. And we're going to talk about that. And then next week, we're going to talk about choosing and setting up various devices that you can use to help you. And then later, the third and final one will be on some construction things that you might need to do to your home. But what actually prompts me about this is if you've taken the time to consider where you live as you get older and you decide to stay at home, you're not alone. According to one study, almost 90% of seniors over age 65 want to live at home rather than moving to a nursing home or assisted living facility. Aging at home is always the preferable option, but in some instances, it's just not possible for medical or safety reasons. Today, aging in place is more doable than it has been, and more adults are considering its real possibility. But what if you are not sure if you want to stay at home? This list of 5 benefits of aging in place will give you not only reasons to age in place, but detailed information on what these reasons mean and how they affect you in the real world. I won't mention a name, but there's a member in our club that is 103 years old. She lives alone. And up till probably about 3 months ago, she was still driving. And she is absolutely an inspiration in the fact that when I would get on the elevator sometime with her, she would always tell me, she says, I'm really blessed. I live within 3 miles of everything I need to go to. And this is when she was still driving. And I think about that a lot because the things I talk about here, I think, really epitomize of how she lives. First of all, aging in place costs less. Nursing homes and assisted living facilities are expensive. Add in that many seniors have almost paid off their home mortgages, with over 20% between ages 65 and 74 have paid them off completely, makes aging in place even more attractive. Medicare doesn't cover long-term placement in facilities like this, although Medicare PACE program in some areas can help cover some in-home alternatives. Medicaid only picks up costs after almost everything an individual owns is sold to cover costs. In 2021, the cost of care survey by Genworth, a private room in a nursing home, costs approximately $297 per day, or $9,034 per month. And it depends on where you're located and what markets you're in. Semi-private rooms are more affordable, with a median cost of $260 per day, or $7,908 per month. And these are averages that I just found, and I mean it could vary in other markets. In 2022, the average national cost of assisted living rose to over $4,500 per month. And that's due to a growing shortage of qualified caretakers, hikes in minimum wage requirements, and changes in overtime payments legislation are also increasing assisted living costs. So comparatively, by staying at home, we seniors can take advantage of the Medicare coverage to help pay for in-home help on a part-time basis. Medicare covers part-time in-home skilled nursing care and home health aid care, provided it is ordered by a doctor. And you are homebound according to the Medicare definition. Even without Medicare help, in-home care is usually cheaper than assisted living or nursing home with health aid services. Medicare does not pay for homemaker services. 4 hours a day of service, which could include things like cleaning, meal prep, transportation, or errands or activities and other general help, would be only $165 a day, or around $5,150 a month. Many seniors need for less than 4 hours a day. However, so the cost could be significantly lower. In addition, many seniors have friends or family nearby that can assist when needs, and communities have supported services for seniors that make staying at home possible without paying for extra care. There's Meal on Wheels, either the official organization or local similar organizations that provide meals for seniors in their homes. Many areas have senior transport available for no cost or very low cost, shopping and doctor's visit. Your local agency on aging is also a valuable resource. But now we also have Uber and a lot of the other things that you can just call up using your smartphone. The number two reason is aging in place is more comfortable. And of course, there's no place like home. You have your favorite chair, your mattress instead of a hospital bed, the space that you're accustomed to, the temperature, the smells, just the familiarity of the space, all goes towards the comfort of staying in your own home. Also, in a nursing home, there is a real chance seniors will have to deal with a roommate out of their choosing in a private or in a semi-private room situation. Aging in place offers the comfort and privacy that just isn't available in many live-in facilities. Necessity, and in many cases, state and federal laws require certain things to be done in group living facilities that don't have to be done at home. The way things are cleaned may require industrial cleaners with strong smells. There may be no carpet in many areas for ease of cleaning, and doors may not be locked in some cases. The Nursing Home Reform Act in 1987 dealt with reducing neglect in nursing homes, but that legislation only afforded basic rights such as the right to nutrition. The regulations surrounding Medicare and Medicaid apply many other standards, still offer no huge loopholes to older facilities that would directly damage someone's comfort. For example, under the latest long-term care facility rules, only new facilities or newly certified facilities have to provide a bathroom with a sink and commode in all residential rooms. A third reason is aging in place helps slows the advancement of memory loss. Loss of memory can really be a scary prospect for many as they age and being moved into a new environment, particularly an institutional environment, worsen the progression of memory loss. Because of the increased social network connections and being able to keep your current social network that comes with staying in your community, the decrease of cognitive function can be slowed. One study found that seniors with frequent social activity contact saw a 70% reduction in cognitive decline compared with more isolated individuals. There is also benefits to the familiarity of your surroundings, helping to trigger memory. Smell is one of those most powerful memory facilitators, for example, and studies have shown that in the early stages of Alzheimer's, smells increase memory recall. Staying in your own home helps ensure familiar sights, sounds, and smells to help keep you connected. The fourth reason Agents in place strengthens your social network. Aging in place allows seniors to keep their current social network and expand upon it. Not only allows seniors to stay near current friends, but gives them the freedom to host social events if they prefer eating out. Because many communities have vibrant and active senior centers, volunteer opportunities, and other senior groups, seniors often find that their social circles expand dramatically with older active adults as they reach the age to join the senior centers or group and activities. Here in Oklahoma City, we've got about 4 of these senior facilities located in the core areas of the town, and they're open 7 days a week, and people go there and do all kinds of things. As far as they have a swimming pool, they have other groups that are engaged in playing games and so forth, exercising, all kinds of activities that really can enhance your living. And the other thing is that many seniors find that it's simpler to eat out rather than cook at home, and that's give another avenue of social connection. Most communities have local restaurants that offer senior discounts, making eating out more affordable. Also, with the obesity rate for seniors aged 65 to 74 being 40%, social activities can help you stay active to benefit your health and your weight. And the 5th reason, aging in place and self-determination. And this is the thing I think that is that I think about this lady in my computer club. She has such determination to be able to live on her own and be independent. It's something that's really inspiring to me and to others in our computer club. So the thing about it that we have spent the majority of our working life, working. And so retirement should be about doing what you want. Staying at home allows you to be more independent and make your own decisions on a variety of topics. Even with live-in or occasional in-home help, you're in charge of the scheduling activities instead of a nursing home or assisted living situation. Must comply with the group schedule. In some group living situations, there are restrictions on visitors and meal times. Aging in place allows you to maintain control over your environment as well. Remodeling, repainting, rearranging furniture, redecorating, or even controlling the thermostat are things that might not be possible in other living situations. Especially for seniors who only need occasional help, aging in place is the best way to maintain independence and freedom. Even when some help is needed, aging in place lets you choose who will help and how they will help. This can be especially important when getting help with things like finances, where it's vital to make sure that the person helping has your best interest in mind. In addition to the services that I have identified here, home automation devices can augment your aging in place experience. Home automation has also been proven to be a tremendous benefit for the elderly and disabled. A form of home automation systems called assisted domotics provide a wide range of features that can aid in those for accessibility concerns in their homes. Home automation technologies is increasing in the number of households. It is because all the benefits it presents. These technologies, systems, and assistant equipment have become a viable option for those who would rather stay in their homes than move to assisted living facilities. Sum it up, home automation for elderly and disabled is changing lives every day. In our next installment, we will discuss some of the ways that home automation technology can be used effectively to help keep people with disabilities and elderly safe and help make their lives a little easier as they age in place. And here's some of the resources that I use for this presentation. Retirement living, smart homes, research features, and the National Institute on Aging. Ron?
Okay, thanks a lot. Just unshare your screen. Thanks, Bill. That really stuck home with me and a lot of thought of the presentation. Thanks so much for doing that. Let's move on. I'm sure Bill answer,
I said
and we can
next week
certainly
we'll talk more about the some of the tools you can use.
Right. Right. All right, let's move on. We're going to Bill, will you be with us in the Q&A?
Yes.
Okay, so if you have any more questions, we can talk about that. Lots of good topics there. Let's move on now, and I want to talk a little bit about artificial intelligence. So let's see what we have here. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. You know, in 2022, artificial intelligence software has come such a long way. I used 3 programs last year. The first one is Writer, R-Y-T-E-R. I actually paid for a subscription for that. I used it for 2 or 3 months, but it wasn't just quite as good as I needed. So I still use it, but I don't have a paid subscription. The second one I use all the time is called Quillbot. I use that and bought a paid subscription to that and use that on a weekly basis. Of course, recently, the new kid on the block is ChatGPT. This is an amazing piece of software, and I've used this for the past 2 months. It is incredible. It's free. It's, of course, founded by Microsoft. I am so excited because if it's that good now, what's it going to be like in a year's time? You should maybe give it a try. Today's title of the topic is going to be, is there humor in artificial intelligence? And I'm going to tell you a cute story that happened to me last week. If you're expecting this to be a technical review on AI software, well, you better move on because this is just a cute story that happened to me last week. So last Thursday had been a rather stressful day, and I said to my wife, let's watch a funny movie tonight. She said, that's great. So we had dinner, and we were going to watch something that would make us laugh and be uplifting. So I wanted something that was funny, and I couldn't believe my stroke of luck. I get a free newsletter from a company called How to Geek. I'm sure you all get that, and they have excellent articles on technology, particularly how to. And I couldn't believe it, but there was an email I got from them earlier that day on the best comedy movies on Amazon Prime in 2022. Yay! This is exactly what I've been looking for. It came in just now on my email, so I thought, let's choose a movie from that list. It was written by a fella by the name of Josh Bell, and it was reviewed by Jordan Glore. I'm not sure who these people are or how the article got on this service and out to How to Geek, but anyway, it's there. The best comedy movies on Amazon Prime Video in 2022. Well, I have Amazon Prime. It's going to be a funny movie. I've got a list now, and I'm going to choose the number 1 show. So the number 1 show was called The Big Sick, S-I-C-K. And it has Kumail Nanjiani and Emily Gordon in it. Should be funny. So with my popcorn in hand, we snuggled in to watch a funny movie that was going to make us laugh and be really uplifting. Well, the first thing that happened is I had to pay $4.95 for the movie, even though I have Amazon Prime. Oh, well, it's going to be a funny movie, so we'll pay the money and let's watch it. So all settled in, we started to watch the movie. So the movie starts out with the following scenario. Kamal is a son of an immigrant family who came from Pakistan. They desperately want their son to marry a Pakistani girl who will follow the same culture and morals that they have. So Kamal is of course, doesn't want any part of this. He's an educated American now and wants to have his own life and his own friendship and wants to leave the past alone. So his mother, of course, is always constantly trying to hook him up with a Pakistani girl who's immigrated to the United States, and he wants nothing of this. This leads a little bit of comedy there and a few interesting lines, but not much, and you can see this isn't that funny. About a third of the way through, Gail, of course, is starting to zizz and go to sleep, but I'm going to soldier through this movie until the end. Well, just about when things are getting interesting, of course, Emily Gordon comes down with a mysterious illness and ends up in the intensive care unit in a medically induced coma. Well, this is rather tragic. And of course, it looks as though over the week that this happens, that she's actually going to die. They can't figure out what's going on. Meanwhile, Nanjiani, of course, comes up and sees her every day. He meets her parents. Of course, there's a relationship that develops, but it's tragic. I mean, she's going to die. No matter what they can do, they can't figure this out, and you can see the end coming. I'm crying, I'm tearful. This is not funny at all. And in fact, Gail has long since gone to sleep, right? So this is really not very funny. In fact, nothing in this movie, which is over half now, is at least given me any sort of a laugh. So long and the short of it is, at the end of the week, she finally miraculously gets better. The next scene is where he's coming up to see her, and she's like she was never sick in a day in her life, but she's still in the intensive care unit. She says to Nanjiani is that when he comes into the room, her mother says, oh, he was here every day and supported you. He's madly in love with you. She says, of course, I never want to see you again. It's all your fault, as if he had anything to do with it. But anyway, she kicks him out. Again, tears coming out of my eyes. This is so depressing. Why would she do that? And it's really an emotional roller coaster for me. Meanwhile, Gail's still sleeping. So as the movie goes on, the next thing is he decides to leave to go to New York with a group of his comedians because he is a comedian. But nothing in this movie is funny, right? And so the next scene is where he's with a bunch of friends getting into a car, and Emily comes up to see him before he leaves, and you can see that she's sort of sad that he's going. Another tear-jerking part as he leaves and heads north to New York and leaves her behind. So nothing in this movie is funny. In fact, a box of handkerchiefs later and a bowl of popcorn and $4.95, I'm feeling really distraught and upset the fact that this was a #1 comedy movie in 2022. So Kumail Nanjiani's character in this movie was that of a comedian. Now, the whole movie wasn't about him as a comedian. It had nothing to do with it, but that was his job. So I guess my question really is how did this list of movies get made up? And I just wonder if the author didn't use AI to evolve the list of comedy movies in 2022. And the reason that it got selected was because in the description, it mentions comedian and comedy. But there is clearly nothing about a comedy here. And I wonder if anybody actually watched the movie. I have found this in using artificial intelligence this past year, where a lot of the information that is put in, you have to check and make sure is actually accurate. Anyway, just a thought. I have no idea who wrote this article or how they got this list, but clearly it was just a thought I had, and I wonder if AI has any humor. Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Have a great day until we see you again. All right. The last one, just before we get into race, grade, I'll just give me just a sec. I just wanted to share my screen here. I just want to Here. I just wanted to show you Bob's video artificial intelligence. Bob sent me this. Of course, linked this up before he left. And it's all over Hawaii, Alice and Bob's adventure. Setting sail, exploring.
You're breaking up again, Ron.
Okay.
That's
Packing for the trip. Again, done by artificial intelligence, including.
Very bad, Ron.
All done through AI. Well done, Bob. Have a good trip. Ray, if you want to take it over in just a second, I just want to say goodbye.
Okay.
Say goodbye to our YouTube fans. Thank you for coming. If you want to pop over and participate in our Q&A, you're most welcome to do that. Otherwise, we'll see you same time.